Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Caroline. I've started a little bit early. Mum has very kindly shared Dad's cold with me. I am not too bad at the moment, but I can feel it coming on. Never mind. Never mind. At least I'm not going anywhere to disseminate my germs. So, yeah. I've taken some paracetamol this morning for something else, so I can't even have the Lemsip or the night nurse or the day nurse now until that's worn off. So never mind. Never mind. It's totally fine. It's one of those things. So I have 2 cubby holes empty. I know, right? 2 whole cubby holes empty, and I want to move that one up to there and that one down to there because this is Jersey Projects, and then this is the Rose collection, and that's the Cobra corsage collection. That's the Lemon collection. This is the Pirate Capsule collection and Savannah collection within that, and that's the Anaconda Antithesis collection there, and that's the Foliage Canopy collection. So I want to move those 2 down there. I want to move those coating fabrics over to these 2, and then I want to move some patterns over from my pattern storage over to there. So that's the plan for today. What I'm going to do for my Make 9 for next year. So Julie's here. Hi. Leslie's here. Good morning. Elena says, good day, everybody. Julie says, sorry for not being here last time. I was working. That's totally fine, Julie. Thank you very much for the coffee. That was lovely of you. Sonia says, good evening. Good evening, Sonia. So welcome. Hello, everybody. I know I'm early, but I've got everything done that I need to, and I can feel myself getting sick. Okay. So they're back here. There's a skirt, a 9199 and the 8972. The fabric that Nimue bought for me hasn't arrived as yet, so I'm hoping it'll arrive tomorrow, but we'll see. Karen says, good morning from Long Island, New York. Hope your parents are starting to feel better. Good morning. So I have my dragon stuffing and I have my dragons, so I'm trying to try and get that done today. I do need to film the process for the sew along, so my tripod is just here with my camera on it, so you guys can see how often I fluff up when I'm filming bits for a sew along. I thought I'd do that as well. I have totally cheated this morning and had a mince pie because I feel like poop, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have some Christmas goodness to make me feel better, and I have another Christmas mince pie next to me for a bit later as well. I haven't had a cold for 2 years. Mind you, it's usually me that brings them back from London, so yeah. Julie says, oh, Shan, it was such a small cuppa compared to all that you do for us. Oh, it was very lovely, Julie. Thank you. Anne says, hi from Vermont. Natalie says, good morning. Good morning, everybody. So yeah, I might be a little bit drowsy and a little bit on the go slow today, unfortunately, but we will get something done. So I thought what I would do to begin with is move all the fabric and patterns and stuff around, and then I thought I'd show you what I'm thinking for my Make 9, because I'm going to film that after the 20th. My plan is that I'm going to get as many of the things that I got cut out over the last 3 days sewn up by the 20th, and then I'm going to stop sewing on the 20th so that I have the 20th, 21st, 22nd and 23rd to film and edit as many videos to upload within those 4 days as well. I'm going to stop filming Vlogmas on the 23rd, so you guys will have a Vlogmas on the 24th, and then I'm hoping something like my year in review on Christmas Day, which I know like nobody really watches videos on Christmas Day because they have other things to do, but if you do want like a kind of like half hour, probably an hour break knowing that video, then it's there if you want it. So that's the plan, but we'll see how it goes. Claire says, I love your cardie. Did mum knit it? I'm thinking of knitting a couple of cardies to go with my scuba dresses. Can you recommend any patterns? Mum did indeed knit this. It is the Hortensia, the one that I have the most of, but also it's one of the most boring because there's no like interesting knitting on it. So highly recommend the Hortensia from Andy Satterland. Then there's also the Hearten cardigan from Kim Hargreaves. I love Kim Hargreaves. Mum is currently knitting Big Bird's either birthday or Christmas present, depending on when she gets it done, but it's knit up really quickly. The golden jumper with all the ruffles that she did for me took around 6 weeks, and this one's going to take a week, if that. It's knitting up incredibly quickly, and it's also one that I like, so I'm just like, oh, I get to try it on before it goes out to Big Bird. So yeah, Kim Hargreaves, love her patterns, and Andy Satterland, that's what this is. And it goes really well with the 8972 as well. I just posted an Instagram picture before I came on, and it was probably not the most intelligent thing because my phone's just going to be flashing massively now at me, but yeah. So what's everyone doing today? What is everyone going to be attempting to sew this afternoon whilst we listen to me waffle? What did I say I'm going to do first? I'm going to move fabric and patterns around, aren't I? Right, so I need to give myself some space to do that. Let's tip you back so you're not just looking at my stomach. Hello. Great. This will be the next thing. So, super fluffy. There we go. Oh, I'm losing his little head. I'm really excited to see those stuffed, actually. I think they're going to look really cool. Okay, so like I say, I want to move these two around just because I have all my jersey fabrics in this one, but that's not jersey, and it's just bugging me. So I want to move them around. So I'm gonna see how this will go. And then I need to move this up. I wonder if I can do it in one go. This is the Rose collection. So it's not really kind of like cohesive in any way, except that all of the fabric have roses on them. So there's some Liberty in there, some Dolce & Gabbana, some silk, some random ones, some stretch projects. There's also, I remember, I was looking through, here we go, yes. Got the remnants from my Liberty Carline Cotton Lawn 8577, which hopefully there is enough to make a t-shirt with. Not a t-shirt, a shirt. Oh, words are hard. Okay. So now I can put the knits back. Claire says, lovely, thanks for the cardigan recommendations. Julie says, I look your videos on the 24th, which is that the day that everything goes down for Christmas here. Oh, thank you. I don't know, I kind of, every now and again, when you're having like Christmas Day, and I know not everybody celebrates Christmas Day either on the same day like Julie, or because of different countries' traditions, or you know, different beliefs or different holidays that people celebrate. So I every now and again, it can be quite a lot, especially if you are around family and stuff. So it's nice to kind of retreat and sort of have something to watch and things like that, which is why I do put videos out on those days. But yeah, it's one of those things that I know not, you know, like not everyone has time for it, but it's nice, I think. I'm going to do it anyway. Karen says, so sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. You know the drill. Get lots of rest, drink plenty of fluids. Also, zinc does help shorten the length of colds. Okay, cool. Dad bought us all vitamin C tablets and vitamin D tablets as well. So I've been like, I mean, I've been taking those all year, but I've been mainlining those as well. Not overtaking them, I promise, but yeah. Yvonne says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Caroline says, working, someone who has LFT didn't do stuff for auditors, trying to catch up. Oh no, that sucks, Caroline. Anne says, I'm finishing a night shirt for my BFF's husband. It just did my first burrito facing and I'm feeling brilliant. I love that feeling. I love the burrito method. It feels like magic. Okay, there we go. Might want to rearrange those a little bit more actually, because they're not quite color coordinated anymore. I have issues. Right, I'm going to move my other two collections over and then we can move some coating fabric. Claire says, I'm sewing my Christmas dress. It's the 8972 in wine-coloured suede Scuba from Fabric Styles. Sean made me do it. I mean, you've got to love a good 8972 though, haven't you? This is the Foliage Canopy from Lady McElroy on the Scuba. This is the only one of this print that I've sewn up. All the rest of mine is over there, which I will move in a second. But yeah, I love this dress. I need to make it, and I need to try it in a woven, although given how comfortable these ones are, I'm not sure how much I'm going to like it as a knit dress, as a woven dress, but yeah. Marie says, it's 5 a.m. in Colorado, USA, so I am having coffee, working on scrunchies and trying to do a new look wrap top for my daughter. You can do it. Nicola says, no Sojo today. We sadly lost our elderly and much loved doggy on Friday morning and we are heartbroken. Listening to you is a welcome distraction. Oh, Nicola, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There is nothing worse, is there? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm glad that we can be here to distract you, and we shall distract you. Nikki says, afternoon peeps from very sunny Liverpool. Hello, welcome. Julie says, just trying to get inspired to draw something, but perhaps I should go and get my crocheting. Maybe, yes. Natalie says, so sorry for your loss, Nicola. Caroline says, at least have all of you for company. I'm glad we could keep you company. And Caroline, Nikki says, so sorry to hear that, Nicola. Huge hugs. Nicola says to Natalie, thank you. It's amazing how one colleague can fill a whole house. It's so quiet without him. Oh gosh, you poor things. Yeah, they are giant presence in our lives, aren't they? Right, let me just tip you down a second because I'm going to sit down again now. I've done a little bit of standing up for today and I think I'm done. Oh, I really don't know how long this is going to go on for, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm feeling rubbish. And it hasn't even properly arrived yet. It's going to be tomorrow that it's properly hit. I hope I get Mum's version of it rather than Dad's. Dad's was proper man flu. This is... Mum's is not too bad. Right, let's move. Right, so this is my Anaconda Antithesis collection. And I want that one to go in the bottom here. And then this is the Foliage Canopy, and I want that one to go in here. Okay. You guys might think I'm mad for doing this, but I like that it's organized by type, if that makes sense. I might actually, what I might do, looking at it, is I might move over my viscoses as well, because I'm thinking the silks are slightly out of whack, which is bugging me. Oh, I need them to be in the correct order. Does anyone else feel like that? Julie says, my husband is also ill with man flu. Poor man. Oh gosh. I think it's just such a shock to the system because I haven't had a cold for 2 years. I mean, usually I get them at this time of year. As you guys, any of you guys who've watched any of the Vlogmases know, I'll wake up one day and it'd be like, I'm Bill. I am Bill. And I haven't had that for the last 2 years. No, I didn't have that last year. But I did have a cold the previous Vlogmas, didn't I? So yeah. Big Bird's here. She says, I'm here for as long as on-call allows me to be. Hi, peeps. Hi, Mia. Mum is currently knitting you one of your selects from the Kim Hargreave books. I don't know if you heard when I was talking earlier, and it's knitting up incredibly quickly, and it's gorgeous. It's real and mass. It's one of the ones that I wanted as well. So yeah, and then Christmas present is sorted too. So Andrea says hello all. Hello Andrea. Jenna Lee says, good morning from Ohio. I have a dress to work on today once I'm awake. Nice. Bethany's here. Hi peeps, working on a shirtwaist and mock-up of the folkwear house dress, but I have a cold too, so it will be interspersed with lots of tea and rest. Nice. Julie says nobody was ill last year. Yeah, well that's because nobody could rub against each other, could they? So that was why. David Arave says, afternoon, happy Sunday and Merry Crumble. Hello, welcome. I'm getting progressively more horizontal, aren't I? I promise I won't whine about it all hangout. I promise I won't. Running So-and-so says, hello peeps, sat enjoying the company at the hangout while recovering from the awful bug. Still not recorded any more Vlogmases. Oh, Judy, you poor thing. At least your puppies are keeping you company. Or eating all of your crackers. Did they get any of your crackers? Oh, I kind of want my other mince pie. Nia says, much excites. Yes, we hope we picked the right colour for you as well. I think we did. But it's in super chunky wool, so it's literally like 2 rows and you're done. It's amazing. Like, yeah, because the one that Mum was working with for me was 4-ply, so fingering weight, and that took, like I say, 6 weeks, and this one's just going to be finished in a week. It's going to be good. Chris says, good evening from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening. Julie says they've eaten over half of them. Naughty puppies. Right, moving fabric. Okay. Trying to do this in one fell swoop and probably will just drop everything. Right. Here we go. So going by the vote on Patreon, the next collection is going to be the Cobra corsage one. But I have surprisingly little of that. It's up there. This is the Cobra corsage. I've got it on the Candice Drill, the Lena Crepe, the Velvet. I've got the Kiwi one on the Lawn. I've got the New Mulberry one on the Viscose. Got the Chantilly on the Lawn and the Chantilly on the Viscose jersey, but only enough to make a top. And then the other ones I put up there are there's a black kind of like hammered satin type one. It is a polyester, but I'm going to try it and see how I get on with it. And then t-shirt weight fabrics, because I really want to get through all these t-shirt fabrics, these plain ones, because I've realized that I just really don't enjoy sewing plain t-shirts. And whilst they are great and I ought to do more plain things to go with my skirts and tops, I don't overly enjoy sewing them, so I just want to sort of like bash them all out. Right, I do want to reorder these because there's some, they're in the wrong colour order now and it's bugging me. I might have a week in January as well where I sit and just go through all of my French terries again, because I bought this thistle one to make a Dirondosa Rocco, and then I've got like t-shirt weight ones here, and then I've got yeah, I've got there's a bunch of the, like this minty one Alex sent me. It's got sewing machines on it, and I've been holding on to it and hoarding it because it's precious to me, because somebody gifted it to me and it's beautiful. I've also got the blue one with the spots and cats on it, but I need to make them up. They need to be worn rather than just kind of like hoarded. So yeah, right, okay. Now, how are we going to do this? So I think I do enjoy playing with fabric as well. This is going to make me feel better, although I'm too far away to read the comments properly. Okay. Just taking that out, and I think I'm just going to turn this over. Put the minty one on top. that. Yeah, I think I want to make like a Sheridan sweater out of this, although I do have a pattern for a sweater dress that I want to try as well. But it's a mini sweater dress, and I just don't know if I'm going to enjoy wearing a mini sweater dress. So I need to have a look and see, and make it with a less precious fabric first to see if I like it. Come on, you will fit in there. There we go. Except all the blues are down the bottom there. No, that's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I could drive myself nuts doing this. So I'll get these ones back in. There we go. Yeah, happy with that now. So now I have all of my collections together. So we've got Anaconda Antithesis, Foliage Canopy, which is this one. These are the Pirate Capsule and Savannah remnants. Lemons, Roses, Cobra Corsage. So I think the majority of these two are trousers. I mean, there is some tops and stuff in there as well, but the majority of them are trouser weight fabrics or coating weight fabrics. And yeah, I think I'm just going to sort of like work my way through these ones when they match in with something else, because they will match in with other ones for sure. Dave on a Rave says, haha, she's getting horizontal, she'll be hanging upside down shortly. Actually, I could hang up upside down from my rail, couldn't I? Although I don't think it would support my weight. Judy says, I'm trying some English paper piecing in miniature. Ooh, wow. Ooh, do you follow Velocity Tea Cakes on? She does amazing English paper piecing in miniature. That's just one of her things. If you don't follow her, you totally should. I'm sure you probably already do. She has, oh, only 12.3 thousand followers. Wow, I'm surprised. But yeah, she does amazing work. And there's kitties. Amazing, amazing stuff that she does. She's done maps of America, but also she's done it the UK version as well. And it's all got its counties on there, and it's yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, highly recommend Flossy Tea Cakes on Instagram for English paper piecing. Marie says, oh, Mari says, hello everyone, good evening from Brisbane, Australia. Good evening. Julie says, I've not recorded anything for like a month. I've been far down in a psychic black hole. Oh, yeah. You need to look after your mental health, definitely. Lottie says, hello, very excited for the Cobra Corsage collection. Me too. Me too. There might be some of the teal being added to it. Oh, Big Bird. What base would you prefer the teal Cobra Corsage on for perhaps Christmas gifting to yourself? Would you like the viscose or the Trudy Chambray or the cotton lawn? Rachel got the Trudy Chambray and it looks amazing. I think you got Foliage Canopy on that with a similar base. I'm leaning towards more the viscose, but I'm happy to take requests. Gin and Pin says, hey peeps, we'll be dipping in and out today. Lots to do as I'm off to the Wirral for a week tomorrow for Christmas with family for the first time in about 4 years. We'll be off until the 10th of January because I can. Oh, wonderful. I hope you have a lovely time. Ellen says, hello from Oslo. Finally able to join the sewing fun again. Have missed you all. It's nice to see you again, Ellen. Kim says, hello peeps. Trying to get motivated to hem some jeans for hubby. You can do it. Natalie says, I'm joining in with the quilting channel organizing channel challenge in the new year because I'm rubbish at it. Chaos everywhere. Yeah. David Arave says they require a little wiggle back in their cubby hole. Amazing how totally neat those piles are. Yeah, Mum's the one that when I was up in London very, very kindly went through and folded all of the fabrics into the correct piles. So yeah. And David Arave says, oh my gosh, Sean, those cubby holes, if you had doors on them, could play advent calendar with them. Yes, there are quite a few, aren't there? Yes. Oh gosh. Okay. Hopson. Sorry. Hello from Sweden. Today is the day of making matching pajamas as Christmas gifts for the whole family. There's fluff everywhere, but so worth it. I did that one year, didn't I, Big Bird? Everyone got PJ bottoms, which were giantly huge. But I wanted to make sure they fit your giant children. Big Bird says, ooh, the viscose or the chambray would be lush. Awesome. Judy says, I am now. Does this count as influencing permission to buy her books to help me recover? I'm totally loving Rachel's CC. Yes, totally. You should absolutely buy her book. I think this will help you recover massively. Totally. Yes. Alison says, hello, Shan and Peeps. Greetings from Bendigo, Victoria, Australia. How is today? Just bought my very first Lady McElroy Cobra corsage this week and waiting for delivery. Oh, how exciting. How exciting. Just gonna, yeah, okay, I have plugged you in properly. What colour did you go for, Alison? And Chiana is very well, thank you. She is on the bed at the moment. I made her a nest and she is sleeping in her nest. Jane says, hi all from Bristol, sewing a simple PJ top. Nice. Mia says, hope nobody has been affected by these awful tornadoes in the US. It looks awful, the damage. I haven't even seen that, Nia. Gosh, yes, I hope everyone's okay. Dave on a Rave says, Kim, good luck with hemming jeans, puppy. Do you fit them on him and pin first? Kathy says, good morning, Sean, and happy Sunday. Thank you, Kathy. Box is here. Hey, everyone. Hello, welcome. Kim says, Dave on a Rave, thank you. No, he tried them on and says he wants 1 inch off, but that's all. So not difficult. Nice. Right, okay, so let's migrate the viscose over. Now, at the beginning of May, when I put all these fabrics in, I had 4 stashes of viscose. 4, and I'm down to 2. And I didn't buy anything on the textile centre, although I was worried when Rachel said she'd been on and got a whole bunch of stuff. I was worried that she'd stolen all mine, but she got clearly very different taste to me because all of my fabric was still available. My 330 pounds. There's another entire collection in there that would go really well with this lot. So I don't need it. I do not need it. Nia says, as usual, the UK news is reporting on the C word and Boris's antics. Oh god, yeah. Let's gloss over that and move some viscose, shall we? Yes. I'm very much enjoying having my rail back. It is a little bit of a kind of musical chairs with it, but again, it's on wheels, so it's not too bad to move it around as and when I need to. Right, okay, so this one is coming out. Ooh, making sure I've got all of it. And I'm going down here. There we go. Very nice. And then this one, yeah, I've still got 2 empty cubby holes, even after that giant shopping trip I did to the Goldhawk Road. Right, this one is coming out and shuffling over into here. There we go. Oh, I need to sit down again. Does anyone want to come and do this for me? Did you hear Rachel saying the other day people could come and raid her stash because she'd never notice? She got it on camera. She said it. It was during her hangout. I think she may have regretted that. Dave and Ray says, good stuff to Kim. It saves your knees. I guess, though, tickling his ankles, lol. And the risk of stabbing. Good luck, and make sure he makes you tea, if not dinner, for hemming his jeans. Big Bird says, need? What is this concept? Yeah. Harold, hi. Hello, Harold. Harold also says, didn't realise this was live. Definitely live. Not sure if I'm alive, but definitely live. Sal's here. Good day, Shan and Peeps. Good evening, Sal. Alison says, the colour I bought is the pink in Cotton Lawn. I'm going to order the Visco Chalet in the Cobra corsage and also some of the Savannah print this week. I ordered the catwalk last week too. Nice. David Rove says, true to Nia. Julie says, well, Danish news is also reporting on the sea because of the new strand. We're also in partial lockdown. Yeah. Lottie says, I'm still ready for you to come and help play with my fabric organisation. Big Bird, Lottie is in Yorkshire now. And when we go up and see Sarah, we are going to have to kind of get Lottie to come as well. And then Rachel as well. And just giant Kittenish Behaviour Peeps meetup in the north. Judy, of course, if you're feeling better. Sarah's got a giant house, right? Just invading your poor sister-in-law's house. We'll definitely have to go fabric shopping to Walton's, though. We'll have to organise that. We'll have to let them know as well, because yeah, I think there's going to be quite a lot of us for that little shop. Sorry, I was reading another comment. Sal says, yeah, sure, I'll hop on the next flight and come help. Thank you. I'll see you in about 36 hours. Judy says, I tried with her stash. Bronte has tried with her stash, and I swear she goes into a sweat if we go near it. Seriously, Sian, it's massive. Yes. I want to come and help her organise it, which I would happily do with supervision. But I know what she's like. Bronte organised it a couple of times, hasn't she? And things went into different cubby holes, and then Rachel didn't know where they are, which I know Bronte was definitely trying to help, and it was a really lovely idea. But I have to say, like, if anyone came and reorganised this for me, I would be like, but I knew where everything was. Don't touch it. Oh yeah. But if I was there at the same time, yeah. Nia says, Big Bird says, Sarah is a social beast. She'd love it. Yeah, because it's going to be, okay, so it's going to be Sarah, Nia, me, Mum, Rachel, Judy, and Lottie. There's 7 of us. 7 peeps. And then I know one of you, I'm aware that Newcastle on Tyne is not close to York, but it's closer to, like, yeah, so like it's because it's Gin and Pins. You're in Newcastle upon Tyne, aren't you? I think, is that right? Did I get that right? You'll have to come over for a day as well. Come say hi. Yeah. Peeps Northern meetup when we're all allowed to do that properly again, obviously. Ali Stitchy Fingers says, let me know if you go to Walton's. It's my local too. Oh, awesome. So Ali, so that's 8. Hoppily Hobson says, yesterday I bought the McCall 7537 and ordered some Savannah fabric from Sherwood Fabrics. Sean made me do it. Oh, awesome. Nia says, I reckon Tamlin and Ruan could be coaxed out too with the lure of fabric. Yes, awesome. Oh, I'd love to meet Tamlin again. I saw her at the dressmaker's ball. Gosh, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? And I've never met Ruan in real life, I don't think. Don't think I have, no. Gin and Pin says, going to Fabworks is on my list of things to do next year. Newcastle is only an hour on the train from York. Ah, so yeah, look, we're up to about 10 now, aren't we? Michelle says, hi from New Zealand. Case of insomnia here, as I usually miss these. Well, good evening, Michelle. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Hopefully the soporific sound. Let's see. Sal says, I heard some sad news today. Vampire legend author Anne Rice passed away today. Oh, that's really sad. Lottie says, I know where nothing is, so I am not worried. You'll just have to come and join us wherever you are, Lottie. Nia says, reckon I've read that one, sorry. Judy says, not a chance. It's best left. Seriously, she knows where everything is. It's what's upstairs and in the old sewing room and in the new sewing room, in the wash and in the post. Yeah. I'm feeling very virtuous that I'm sewing through my collection because I have emptied out five cubby holes this year, which I think is impressive. So yeah, I put a video up on the Peeps group today of Chiana climbing my fabric stash 5 years ago. No, 2015 it was. So wow, nearly 6 years ago now, when I first moved to the island. And that room, that was my entire fabric stash, what she was climbing on. There were 2 sets of shelves like that. Now look at it. Judy said you could come here. Awesome. Christine says, hi from Lancashire Coast. Sorry to hear about your dog, Nicola. You are keeping me company whilst I'm cleaning the kitchen before starting a shoulder dragon. Nice. I'm going to get to them, I promise. Nikki says, if you're meeting up in York, I may have a trip. Awesome. 11. So yes, it sounds like we need to arrange with Sarah when this is going to be good, because Sarah's coming to the Goldhawk Road meetup with you, isn't she, Big Bird, on the 11th of February? And you guys are going to stay down in London for an evening, which will be awesome. I am looking forward to it. Nia says, damn it, I've been called in. Off to save lives, folks. Have a lovely life. Aw, bye, Big Bird. Hopefully the lives will already be saved. Big Bird's a radiographer, if you guys didn't know. She goes into the hospitals. Right. Okay, so now I want to move this one across because that one is lace, and those are all my other laces and fancy fabrics. Notice how these 3 cubby holes have not reduced in size at all. In fact, have just been added to. I need to get over my fear of myself of making, because my fear is not so much working with the fabric anymore, because I think I've got to the point where I can handle it, but my fear is making the wrong thing with the fabric. So yeah, right, move that one over. So let's do that. Judy says, picture of miniature patchwork in Peeps group. Ooh, may I show it? Oh wow, that's tiny. Can I show it? Michelle says, don't let the stash get too low. It's the only way to get through lockdowns. This is true. Nikki says, I can stay at my cousin's in Darlington, only 20 minutes on the train. Ooh, a plan forms by Nia. Yes, Nikki, this is awesome. So what I will do is I will sit and chat with Nia and Sarah and work out when's good for them. Obviously, when's going to be good for Mum and I as well. We're going to try, what I'd like to do, Nia's gone obviously because she's had to go to hospital. What I would like to try and do is go and spend a day at Nia's house and go to Ilkeston in Derbyshire to see the Sherwood and Lady McElroy site in person. They have invited me, and hopefully we can work out a time that works for them as well as us. And then we'd go up to Yorkshire to Sarah's, and so what I will do is try and work out a plan with Sarah and Nia for time that works available, and then it works for all of you guys. So yeah, I will announce it in the Peeps group. So if you're not a member of the Peeps group, keep an eye. You probably ought to join if you have got Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, because I think Gin and Pins doesn't have Facebook, I will also announce it on the channel as well. But yeah, that would be brilliant. Christine says, sorry I missed a tunk taking a phone call. If there's any talk of a meetup here in the north, I am interested. Christine, awesome. It's going to do so many Peeps. We're going to descend on Waltons en masse. We'll have to let them know in advance. Alison says to Judy, I hope you're feeling better. And Judy says that I can show her picture in the Peeps group. That is some proper miniature paper piecing going on there, Judy. Definitely a lap project. Maybe I ought to try and get into that, to do some sewing around at Wilson's. I mean, to be fair, I have a plan, and it worked really well last time I was up there, was make all the stuff, film it all, and then edit and upload it whilst I'm up there, and then vlog while I'm down here, and then proper videos while I'm up there. So yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. Julie says, having kids all around me jumping around and yelling doesn't make for a particularly relaxing watching experience right now. Oh gosh, no. Carmen's here, good morning. Jenna Pin says, love going to Mum's Calico Lane in Liscard and Abercane's in Liverpool to feel the fabric in person. Nice to see family as well. Yeah. Judy says, please can it be a non-school day? Yes, it can be, Judy. We will definitely arrange it for a non-school day for you as well. Promise. Julie says, I want to come, but, you know, traveling internationally and stuff. Yeah. And Judy says, patchwork is my next tree. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. It's very lovely. Right, let's shuffle the next little bit of fabric along. I'm going to have sit-down breaks in between. I'm going to have my second mince pie in a second as well. Right, this one shouldn't be too bad because it's all silks that are kind of fairly stable. Watch me now drop it on the floor. Oh, I'm going to move the ironing board out of the way because I don't want to get that stuck in it. You can move over there, girl. Okay. So. Now all my silks are back in a row together. That makes me very happy. Right, so I think I'm going to move the cotton lawn from here down to here because then the cotton lawn is with the quilting cottons, and then I can just move the two coat ones across. I'm not moving the ones under the, let me turn around a bit, just a little bit more. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. So I'm not going to move these bottom two because whilst, oh, maybe I should. Maybe I should. I'm really not looking forward to taking all that fluff out. That's the problem. But maybe I should move those because I did say I wanted to kind of like go out across, didn't I? And if I moved, let's see. If I moved the coating fluff there, it's next to the coating ones. And then that bottom one there is quilting cottons and it could go above the other quilting cottons. Yeah. Sal says, Julie, I'm in the same boat, or in this case, plane, about international flights. Yeah. Jen and Pin says, is the Evil Eye still open in York? Awesome gym bar with outstanding outside patio in the shambles. Ooh. I'm have to defer to other people's excellent knowledge of the area at the time. So yes, any suggestions? Welcome. Nikki says, ooh, love Calico Lane. My friend lives on the Wirral, so we go there when we're having a play day at hers. Abercan is fabulous as well. Love Abercan in Wales. Mahoosif. Nice. Judy says, should I go do something about my office, which also includes my stash? Yes, playing with fabric always makes me feel so much better. And Linda says, I think my fabric stash is even larger than yours. I've been collecting since I was a child. It's in bins sorted in cool weather fabrics to the left and warm weather fabrics on the right. Ah, interesting. Judy says, empty boxes. I'll check on Evil Eye. I'll check on Evil Eye. We'll check. Oh, I'm out of breath. I don't like being ill, and this is only the start of it. I hope I don't get it as bad as Dad. Yeah, so if I move my fluff into that one, that makes sense, doesn't it? Bit of dragon fluff. And then move the quilting cotton over. That also makes sense. I really ought to start sewing up some quilting cottons. I'm still trying to perfect the Vogue 9357 dress because I love that dress. It's really easy to wear, but the bodice is just not quite working for me yet. I tried the one from the Butterick 6244, and it's okay, but it's not perfect. There's a Vogue pattern from a jumpsuit that I want to try next as part of that dress. So yeah. Julie says, just hope I don't get it. Oh yeah. Judy says, from Rachel, haha, tell her I'm at work, but the house is double bolted and the security posted outside the room to prevent her getting in if she fancies her chances. I wouldn't dare go in there without you, Rachel. Nikki says, fresh ginger, lemon, honey, and hot water. I mainline it when I'm not feeling well. Yeah. Yeah, my voice is getting cracklier as well. We can, oh, I've got to stop moaning about it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to moan about it, but yeah. Right, let's move the fluff. I'm not looking forward to this one. Nikki says, and Jackman's throat and chest sweets. At the moment, I have mince pie and water, which I'm not sure is going to cut it, but we'll see. Right, so fluff is going from there to there. Come on, fluff. So last year I did coatmas. This year I'm doing dressmas. That Dayglow yellow fluff is going to be the inside of a Monoro or a Kelly Anorak. And this is going to be the collar and cuffs on a coat. And then my Fraggle, this was meant to be black. It's as far from black as you could get, and it's going to be the hood fluff for the outside of this. Actually, that wasn't as traumatic as I thought it was going to be. This next one I'm not really looking forward to because I think this might be a bit more traumatic. Whoopsie. This one is really not very well organised by colour. And it's also not all cotton lawns, but I ran out of space for some of the other ones, so. Okay. So now I need to work out what patterns I'm going to put in the bottom there. I think the sensible thing would be my bag making patterns, because I don't reach for those ones very often. I haven't done bag making for a very long time, which I was hoping to rectify over the last couple of months, but I haven't. And then what else can I put? That's good. If I can move my ironing board back over. Right. So bag making patterns in the bottom. Okay. Okay, and then got some more empty pattern folders here, which can go with the other empty ones. Then kind of my miscellaneous apron and cushion patterns and things like that. And then this is my collection of family patterns. So we've got Nia's bird style dress that I've still got to stick together, Wilson's sleeves, Rianne's jacket, Rianne's coat, Rianne's bridesmaid's dress, Nia's wedding dress, Nia's mum's Vogue 8577, and then another dress for Rianne. I haven't made Rianne anything in a while, actually. Right. There we go. Okay, so I've got bottom of one of my thingies empty, which is great. Let me just bring you around here for a second. It's like musical chairs in here at the moment. So, sorry if you're getting seasick. So, that's empty now, which is awesome. The idea is I want to get all of these file folder patterns over there. Let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's probably another 5 cubby holes that I need to empty out to successfully empty out all of these ones to over there, which is fine. And then I want to move all those patterns into this. And then I want this to be thread storage for my overlocker thread, although it's probably going to end up being half pattern, half thread storage. Oh, okay. Because the idea to begin with was that this was always going to be on my paper patterns, but then there was nowhere to put these, which is why it's ended up like this. Yeah. Yeah. But still, that's good. I've emptied out 5 cubby holes this year of fabric. Hopefully, well, since May. So 7 months it's taken me to do that. And by the time I've sewn through all those collections, that's another 7 cubby holes. So by the end of next year, I should be able to do the thing. Okay. I was feeling all like, yay, I've done the thing, when it's like it took me 7 months to do the thing. But I mean, you know what? It's not like a race, is it? I'll get there eventually. So let's put you back over here. Just make sure you are charging, because I don't want the computer to die halfway through, like that happened once before. That was bad. Right, so let's do some shoulder dragon stuffing. I just know Mum's going to see that empty space and be like, ooh, start filling it. It's like, no, it's not for you. Not for you. Right. Okay. Where did we get to with the chat? Oh, I'm much behind. I'm sorry. Let's see. Where did we get to? Karen says, moan all you want, being sick sucks. It does. Nikki says, chocolate helps with sore throats, just saying. I have a bar of it here, actually. Carmen says, quilting cotton is the easiest fabric to acquire for me. Seeing what people make from theirs is always so helpful. I do love it for dresses, and I do have lots of dresses made from quilting cotton, some of which I can't get into at the moment. But yeah, I do love my quilting cottons. I haven't actually bought, I think since I discovered Lady McElroy, because my love of quilting cottons was always the beautiful, beautiful prints. And I always found that dressmaking fabric, whilst pretty, there was never that many amazing prints on offer. And clearly there were, I just didn't know where to find them. So now that I've got Stitch Fabrics, Lady McElroy, Textile Centre, Rainbow Fabrics. Where else do I look? Like Lamazi, the Atelier Brunette prints, Atelier Jupe. There are so many beautiful prints now. So I've definitely moved on from my love of quilting cottons to my love of viscose. And since that, I've also branched out a little bit more, and quilting cotton lawns and corduroys. I'm kind of branching out. So yeah, hopefully I'm back. Hello? Anyone back? Julie's just messaged me to say that I've frozen. Oh no. Oh, you are. There we go. We're back. Oh gosh. Right. Okay. Okie dokie. So I'm going to catch up with the chat because I was a little bit behind. Nimue says, hello everyone. Hope you're doing well. Very well, thank you, Nimue. Judy says, yes, Evil Eyes open to the best of our knowledge, checked with the daughter, and it's on the Stonegate Ace Cocktails. We have a botanist now too, both near socializing. Ooh, nice. Sal says, what Muppet did you skin alive to get that fluff? Never skin alive. Judy says, oh, and for beer lovers, the House of Trembling Madness is still open. Nice. Andrea G says, I'm so shirt, isn't it, Andy? Andrea, sorry. Cassie says, hello, not been able to chat here in a while. Hi, Cassie, welcome back. Julie says, I just realised I have this on my phone and the day's log paused on the computer. Fangirling match. Nikki says, what a fab name for a drinking establishment. Gin and Pin, yes. Gin and Pin says, I had my first mince pies yesterday after going to the Lily Tree Bakery. Gluten, soy and dairy free, also vegan. Not seen any gluten-free ones in the supermarkets this year yet. Judy says to Nikki, it is a good name for a pub. Gin and Pin says, gluten-free sausage roll for lunch today. Nice. Elena says, you can do it. Gin and Pin says, after 2 years of not going out, I've become a bit of a lightweight alcohol-wise. Oh, I continued my drinking habits at home. Rachelyn says, good morning. Deanna says, morning, Sean. Kim says, has anyone else lost the feed? Yeah. Lottie's lost. Is it just me? Is that last sentence on repeat? Oh, no, it could have been me. Frozen. And we're back. And we're back in the room. So everyone's saying yes, back. And Gin and Pin says, at least she's got the parcel to rest her head on. Yes. And it's Lottie says, I messaged you on Instagram, but you know that. Thank you. Linda says, I thought it was me too. Glad you're back. Gin and Pin says, hello. JW says, back. Fiona says, yes, you're back. Andrea says, it is lovely, and it's Andy. It's been a while, though. I did think it was Andy, and then I suddenly thought, oh no, don't shorten somebody's name without their permission. That's one of the things I hate. I hate being called anything other than Shan, because I think it's just because Shan was always such a difficult name for all of the people when I was growing up. And so many people have got it so wrong so many times that if anyone who knows how to say my name calls me Shani or something like that, I absolutely hate it. So yeah, I rang Mum whilst the internet was dying. It was just like, has the internet died up there as well? She's like, no. And I get a little message at the top of my screen saying, your internet connection is a bit shoddy. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Right. Okay. I think I need a mince pie after all that. Oh, Claire has asked to join the Patreon Peeps. And has answered the questions. Thank you very much, Claire. You have been approved. Oh, something delightful. Have some patterns on $3.99 sale at the moment as well. Just saying. I think I'm having my 100% not keto mince pie, second one of the day. after all that energetic shuffling of stuff. I haven't had pastry in so long. Oh God, it smells good. Christine says, yes, thought it was me, but you're back. No, it was definitely me. First time that I think the internet's been that shoddy for a while. That's one of the nice things about living in a bigger town. Supposedly better internet. Louise says, good morning from. Thank you for joining us. Frog. Sorry, I'm going to eat this and then we'll get on with Sword of Dragons. Definitely not keto. Elena says, oh no, your connection is spotty. Oh God, has it gone again? Oh. Jennifer says, I decided when I was 30 I was going to be Susan and corrected everyone except my mum when they called me anything else. Sal says, Sean, you're making me hungry at 11:55 p.m. Not cool. Sorry. Christine says, who can resist mince pies? Apparently not me. Good mince pie. Nimue says, apparently I won't be commenting today as the stream freezes the moment I start typing. Fun. Should make me more productive at least. I would ask what you're sewing today, Nimue, but that would mean you have to type again. Right, I need a tissue. And then we're going to do this. Oh, that was totally worth it. I'm going to go and run around the block, work that one off. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. So I'm going to need some blue thread and some green thread, needles, pokey device. We can stuff some dragons. I'm going to get the green thread and the blue thread. Green. Perhaps that blue. Maybe a darker blue. Need to reorganize my thread stash as well and buy another one of the thread boxes. Right. Yeah, I think those two are good. Okay. Definitely going to need my purple pointer fang. Going to need needle and thread, which I've got there. So good. Oh, my internet is being really stupid today, isn't it? I'm so sorry, guys. Hopefully it will start behaving itself. Louise says, my name is Marie Louise, but I answer to Louise and the government keeps trying to communicate with Marie. Yeah, Mum has the same issue with Margaret Jane. Jenna Pin says, I like mince. I like mine equal part mince pie and brandy butter. Diet starts again next year. Julie says, can't be anywhere without the little ducklings running after me. Rachel Lynn says, since there is no mannequin, shall we move the chair? Sal says, the only time someone calls me Salvador instead of Sal or Salvi is when it's serious or I'm in trouble. Anne says, love the dress you're wearing and the print is wonderful. Thank you. It's the Foliage Canopy course. I was going to say Foliage Canopy corsage. It's not. Foliage Canopy on Scuba from Lady McElroy. Jenna Lee says, I let about 3 people call me Jenny. And Nikki says, my floofy overlord, Sir Radley the Sabretooth, has joined me. Must give pets or else. Yes, definitely. I did think about bringing Chi down with me today, but she, as I say, I made a nest for her on my bed and she was just like, this is where I want to be. So I've left her up there. Now, let's see if this has got another bag on the inside. Sorry for all the creasing. Nope. So this is proper toy stuffing. I know loads of people were saying that I should just buy a pillow and use that, but this is a gift for a kid and I wanted to make sure that I was using the correct stuff as much as possible, so it was, like, you know, as child and kid friendly as possible. I definitely bought way too much, but my little dragons are about to be, because at the moment they look like I've skinned them. A bit of a mad way to send this. You'd have thought there'd be like another sort of layer of stuff on the inside. Oh, I really ought to be filming this for the I'll do it with the blue one. It's because I'm talking to you guys, I'm just like completely forgetting that I'm meant to be filming this as a sew along as well. His hair out. We definitely need a little bit of a haircut. I'm not sure how much this looks like a dragon, to be honest, but it is very cute. They're probably going to be pulling pink fluff off their carpets for ages. Okay, has it all frozen again, or is it just gone quiet in the chat? Somebody else? No, it's gone quiet. That's fine, because now, oh no, the internet, it keeps going up and down saying the internet's gone, connection gone, funny again. Now frozen. Lottie says, no, not frozen, now frozen. Rachel Lynn says, it's just gone quiet. Gin and Pin says, just remembered I've got one fabric with leaves on, so I'll have to make it up to wear for the meet. Definitely. Oh yeah, that'd be so cool. Wear your best leafy fabrics. Caroline says, went quiet. JW says, cleaning kitchen cupboards. Ooh, good luck with that. Right, so you're meant to stuff the head and then you're meant to ladder stitch this opening closed. Bit of a difference. I'm going to get a little bit more in there. Sal says, this reminds me that I saw the man in the man that wore the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man suit in the original Ghostbusters make a puppet live on stage. Cool. Janet says, hi Sean, just finished the ironing. Hope you are well. Thank you very much, Janet. Janet, I haven't sent your parcel out yet. I'm going to the post office tomorrow, cold allowing. So I haven't sent it out yet, but it will get sent out ASAP. He's a little punk. It will get sent out tomorrow, yeah. Rachel Lynn says, he's so fluffy. He's so fluffy. Elena says, feed is spotty and everybody is silent. Yeah. Oh, I'm so annoyed that the internet's being silly. Be Kind says, never too much stuffing. You could create other soft toys to join the dragon family. Oh, I'm going to make one of these for myself. 100%. I wanted to do the one with wings, but I have absolutely no idea how you're going to turn that one through because, oh my gosh, turning these through with no wings or spikes or anything was difficult. Lottie says, I have a little while to make something before the meetup, right? Oh, definitely. It's probably going to end up being sort of like, I'm thinking maybe May after the, hopefully, the retreat on the island. It would be nice to go for like Mum's birthday because it's Mum's 70th next year. So it would be nice to kind of to do that. Janet says no rush. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. Carolyn says, hello, sweet peeps. So sorry to be late. I had to get my dose of Vlogmas in. You are very welcome. Natalie says, was just about to French seam some sleeves and discovered one of my overlords in the chair. Can't sew now. What should I do instead? I mean, just stand and admire the overlord. More cutting out. It's a surprising amount of this stuffing going into this head. Elena says, they're so sweet dragons and the fluff is epic. Yeah, it's meant to be like he's on fire, like the salamander from Frozen. Bruni, I think it is. I mean, except obviously this one's green. This is meant to be the Frozen salamander. But I thought I would do them the same ones because I didn't want anyone getting jealous of somebody else's dragon. Anne says, how long did it take to get the dragon to the stuffing stage? Actually, these are not like overly complicated or long projects at all. I would say half a day. And I traced my pattern as well and cut 2 out. I think the reason it took me a day to get everything done is because I was filming for a sew along at the same time. But if you don't have to do that, then okay, I think he's done. I'm glad I put the big black eyes on because the other ones are a bit beady. Linda says, someone said last week where you can download a PDF of the shoulder dragon from. Do you remember or anyone else remember where that was from? Yeah, BEEZEE Arts. They have lots of little cute projects on there, but they do have the shoulder dragons PDF on there. BZ Arts. Nikki says, yes, my birthday is 18th of May. Awesome. Jinin Pin says, I cleaned out my deep fat fryer and changed the oil. My least favorite chore this morning. Nice to get it done though. But yeah, I can imagine why that's your least favorite chore. Julie says, just put an old movie on from the 1960s. And Sal asks which movie. Jinin Pin says, I never know when to stop stuffing. I'm kind of thinking, because I've got to sew these clothes, and I'm thinking he now feels kind of, he feels pretty solid, but he's also still squishy, but he feels pretty good. And there's this, I think I can sew this closed. Linda says, my 3 new mini overlords have learned to be sewing helpers already. The first time I took out my fabric, both the fabric and patterns are truly fluff now. It's innate. I think it is just an innate talent that overlords have. Yeah, which needle shall I use? I think I'll use this one. Right, so I need my scissors. I need some thread, which is here. Not too much thread, unlike my usual, like, way too long threads that I use for hemming because I hate having to stop, but I know I should. I'm going to, okay, so we need to ladder stitch this little thing closed. I'm using a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, so I'm trying to finger press that in so that I've got like a folded edge to work with, which I think I now have. So I'm going to anchor my stitching and try and get this little head sewn. Karen says, my overlord prefers. Yana was never overly that interested when Mum was knitting in front of her. She was just like, okay. Ooh. Managed to somehow find pink fluff. I think I'm going to be finding pink fluff with this thing forever. So this is the bit that I'm, well, not this bit, like ladder stitching this head closed is going to be fine, but you're meant to ladder stitch the head onto the body, and I'm a little bit worried that that's not going to be like super strong. So I'm going to attempt to like properly, you know, like really properly anchor this on, because these have been given to toddlers. Well, I mean, my idea for them is to give them to toddlers. I don't know if their parents are actually going to be like, yeah, this is a great idea, or they're going to be like, thanks, and then like never give these things to these children because it's just a terrible idea to give these to toddlers. But yeah, we'll see. Julie says, Sal, an old Danish one called The Fosters of the Vet, or, oh gosh, I'm never going to be able to pronounce that, but it is written in Danish. Jenny says, stitch around 2 or 3 times the ladder stitch and the ladder stitch won't show. Julie says, can't wait for Shan to try to read that. Thanks, Julie. Lottie says, how old are the toddlers? One is going to be 4 and the other one is nearly 2. And I know that actually she shouldn't have safety eyes for kids that are under 3. I found that out after I'd come up with the idea to do this. So I will let the parents decide. Mum made bears for some of her great nieces and nephews, and then realized that the bears would have to sit on a high shelf until the kids were older so that they could enjoy them. Sal says, oh, cool, to Julie. Andy says, I am going to have to go for a little while to try and remember how to French seam this shirt. Can really tell I haven't sewn anything properly for about a year. You can do it, Andy. You can do it. Jennifer says, well, we had fun discovering the warp on my loom can't support the weight of either of my cats. They usually don't bother me when I'm knitting, but love the sewing machine. Oh. Natalie says, my Pippa loves to try and eat my yarn when I knit, but all my cats hate the sewing machine and can't get to my tiny stash of fabric, lol. Yeah, like I said, the video of Chiana this morning from 2015, she was just like, fabric up here that I have not fluffed. Must immediately go and fluff said fabric. Rachel then says, I've reattached many a stuffed animal's heads. Mine usually stay better than the original. Alison says you could use the embroidery thread to sew on the head to the body and stuff the body with stuffing as much as you can as the stuffing over time shrink. Good knowledge. Thank you. Natalie says, fabric only gets properly fluffed when the fabric is clothes I'm wearing. That's perfectly reasonable. Julie says, I want to make a dragon for my big brother, but I don't know what to make for my sis or husband. Would they not like dragons? Lottie says, would guess fine for a 4-year-old and probably depends on the 2-year-old. They may well be fine too. Yeah, I suddenly thought as well, like I've given them these fluffy hairdos, but these kids are probably going to put these things in their mouths, so it could end up being gross. Yeah. I mean, hopefully they'll appreciate the thought. We'll see. We'll see. This isn't as tricky as I thought it was going to be. So that's good. Everything that I've made these from is also completely washable. I made sure of that. Oh, I've caught up with the chat as well. You've all gone quiet again, so that's good. Sal says, I barely remember my kids around 4 years old. Now they can drive and have jobs, lol. Wow. There's pink fluff caught in all of the seams. Definitely going to have to give these a good lint roll. Julie says, I sent you a picture of my office right now. You can show it on the stream if you want, so everyone can feel better about their own rooms. I shall have a look when I have finished hand sewing. Got the concentration face on again. Should have a look at finding myself some thimbles that work for me. Anne says, I have a 7-year-old granddaughter who is always painting dragons. I think one of these is a must for her. Oh, yeah, definitely. As I say, BZ Arts. You can get the PDF from them, and they have loads of other patterns for fabulous creatures as well. So it doesn't just have to be the shoulder dragon, but the shoulder dragons are particularly fabulous. I kind of want to make them a little bit bigger. I'm thinking about buying the PDF so I can size them up a little bit, because they're very cute as is. But I do think I maybe want like a slightly larger one for me, because I'm totally making one of these for me. Natalie says, a friend asked me to crochet animals for her son out of cotton, and I would not accept that synthetic fibre was better than cotton wadding. Julie says, my Bill likes salamanders. Nice. Okay. So I have finished the head of the green dragon or salamander. Let's just tie that thread off. I think what I'm going to do is, okay, I think what I'm going to do is now stuff the green one's body. Before and after. Here. You're so cute. I wonder if you'll sit up there. There we go. Right, so I'm going to stuff the green one's body, and then we'll get him finished. So I can work out how it all goes together, and then I'm going to film the process for the blue one, because I am meant to be doing a sew along for this. So this is going to be fun, getting this stuffing all the way into all of his little arms and legs and tail. I think it's going to be a case of little bits at a time rather than giant wads like you live and you learn. That's why I'm doing this one first, so that I can work out the process, so that I can then be a little bit more authoritative when I do the blue one on camera. He's got a stuffed chest. Now I've got to get it down into the back half of his body and tail. Nikki says, I'm multitasking, watching you and entertaining Sir Radley with his favourite feather on a stick toy. Nice. Caroline says, I use K-pop. It's a natural stuffing. And says, I bet with the right fabric, you can use this pattern for one of those neck warmers and just make it large enough to wrap around your neck. Oh, I definitely think you're right. Yeah. Christine says, I'm making shoulder dragons for my grandson, nearly 4 and 3. And I was a little bothered about when they were exposed to at Halloween. So I think dragons will be fine. Continuation of the above message. They're calling me Granny who makes things. This message is in 3 parts. Sal says, my oldest son at 16 wants to be an orthodontist and will be checking out a possible traineeship this Thursday. Oh, good luck to him, Sal. Yeah, this is what I got my purple thingy for. Just got to get this all into the tail. Let's see if this helps. Nope, not at all. Okay. Natalie says, you can sanitize synthetic fibre feel much more thoroughly than cotton, which might not dry fully after being washed, and then breeds bacteria. Yeah, this was what was recommended, like for stuffing. I think I maybe have done this maybe wrong because I can't get it into the tail. This is very awkward. Julie says, I go to Jisk, an IKEA-like store, and buy the cheapest pillow I can find for stuffing. Stick to get into the smaller spots. Yeah, what I thought I would do is I'd stuff up to here, then do the back legs, then stuff up to here, and then do the front legs. But maybe I should be doing the legs first. Definitely need a smaller piece of stuffing though, because this is not working. I can't quite get my thumb into the opening. But yeah, so you guys are seeing the behind the scenes of like what happens when I try and do sew alongs that I've never done before and film the process. Right. So I've broken up that stuffing wad that I've put in, and we're going to try and get this little bit that I've got here into the tail, which I don't think is going to work. So let's take that out and just get little bits and try again. There's definitely going to be a ask me how I know comment in the video. Jane says little bits at a time works best when you think it's full. Keep going. Yes. Alison says a chopstick comes in handy when stuffing toys. Gin and Pin says thimbles usually have a size somewhere on them, and you can see if you need to go up and down a size. I can only wear one for a short time before my finger gets sweaty, but does prevent holes in fingers. Yeah, I'm building up a callus on my finger where I keep poking the needle through. Anne says yes to Alison. I use chopsticks all the time. Julie says, I have a dragon neck wrap pattern. I could share it on the Facebook group if peeps want. Is it the link to it? Definitely, Julie. Sure. Karen says, I use my purple thang for stuffing now. I use a knitting needle before I had the thang. Yeah. Anne says, all sounds wonderful, Julie. Lottie says, after sewing my finger this week, I am trying the purple thang to hold my sewing under the machine needle. Oh yeah, it's one of my worst fears, that. Right, let's try again with this. So we need to get that stuffing right down to the tail. I'm just worried it's just going straight through the stuffing, not moving it, which seems to be the case. We can do this. And I've caught up with the chat, which is great. Oh, this is difficult. Come on, he doesn't want a limp tail. Oh, I think it's moving. Try with my little finger. Natalie says, do you have tweezers? They weren't well moving to move the stuffing into small spaces. Ah, I do have tweezers. Sure, give that a try. I've also got an eyelash that's got itself twisted. No, that's not going to work for me. Let's keep doing with the little finger, because that was working. Maybe I'll try another little bit and then keep pushing on it. Johanna says, good morning from North Carolina. I use chopsticks to help stuff my dragon's tail. I don't have a chopstick with me. They are awkward little beasts though, aren't they? Nikki says that's what Debbie Shaw uses. We shall get there. We shall get there. Don't you worry. Because he's going to have a spike on his tail as well. So Right, now I've got it compacted a little bit more. Let's try again with the purple thing. Sal says, do you, Shan, Peeps know of an online store that sells fabrics with flames, with flame border? I don't. I would say Spoonflower is your best bet for something like that. Julie says that Dragon Scarf uploaded. Thank you, Julie. Rachel Lynn says they're dragons, like cats, they are always demanding. Natalie says a pencil with an eraser can work too. Those I have. Well, we're getting there. When you go, if you guys ever watch the sew along, you'll know of all the trauma. Oh yeah, that's working better. Of getting this dragon's tail stuffed. Who'd have thought it? Right. See if I can get a little bit more into the tip of the tail. Yeah, that's working. Getting there. Because I need this area to be like at least a little bit stuffed so that I've got something to sew the spike onto. Legs forward, stuff them, and then push the legs back into position with a pencil, then fill the body. Shan, I have found that if you pull legs forward, stuff them, and then push the legs back into position with a pencil. Okay, cool. Thank you. I shall try that. Alison says, I bought the Simplicity shoulder dragon pattern last week at Spotlight, having a sale on McCall's and Simplicity patterns. Nice. Really struggling to get it into the tip, but I have filled up the tail enough for where I want to sew the spike onto, so I'm going to call that good. So now just to keep stuffing. I was thinking this was going to be a really quick part of the project, but I'm not sure that it is now, is it? This is definitely entertainment, right? You guys are thoroughly amused. Okay, pencil. Don't want lumpy dragons. Sal says, wow, their flame fabrics are awesome. Ah, brilliant. There we go, that's better. Is it? I need to bit more stuffing. Oh, good grief, this eyelash. Definitely not behaving itself. Johanna says the designer has a sew along video and she mentioned that some people leave an opening in the belly for stuffing. I may try that next time. Nice. Natalie says, I've used anything within grabbing distance to help stuff toys, lol. Jen and Pin says, you'll have to put a disclaimer up. No dragons were harmed during filming. Yes, definitely. Carolyn says, hubby, what are you discussing in the chat? Me getting things stuffed in limp tails. Hubby. Sal says, I'm making the cape that needs a lick of flames on the bottom edge. I understand, Sal. Yeah, of all the topics of conversation that we've had on this channel, this might be one of the weirdest ones. There we go. That feels better. Yes, right. I didn't realise there was already a sew along for one of these. Maybe I don't need to do a dragon sew along then. Because I don't think I'm adding anything new to. I think the instructions were brilliant. I didn't change anything. I just got so carried away with you guys. When we were sorting out the patterns and you guys were like, shoulder dragon sew along. Oh God, guys, I'm gonna have to sort out my eyelash. It's driving me nuts. And I'm probably gonna need to go and take my phone to do that. 2 secs. I'll be right back. I can't even see the one that's feels like one's got loose, but oh well, never mind. That's better. I sent Wilson a message this morning saying Mum's given me Dad's cold, and he said, "Oh no, at least you can't get it as bad as him. Girls can't get man flu." Right, Julie has sent a picture. Anne has joined the Peeps group. There you go, Anne, you have been approved. Dad's bought plants, so he's happy. You messaged me the picture. I think you did, didn't you, Julie? Sorry. This is Julie's current location. Her office. She did say I could share the picture up there. Oh, it's not too bad. It's just nice to be surrounded with all your stuff. Nikki says no one wants a lip tail. No. Hoppily Hobson says, I love how the dragon's head looks like a full-blown punk rocker watching us. Yep. It's like a little troll doll, isn't he? I don't even know if this one is a he. I shall have to wait for the little girls to decide if they're his or hers. Or non-binary. Who knows? Will be. Oh, I hope they like them. I mean, I do. If they don't, I like them. I'm glad that I made them. Yeah, I was thinking like, could I have like sewn the tail and stuffed the tail before sewing the rest of it in? But I don't think you can. I think like you guys were mentioning that the designer said that maybe kind of like leaving a little opening in the belly for stuffing the tail. That could work. It's quite a solid tail. But you like you say, you don't want a limp dragon, do you? Eliza says, good morning. Ooh, dragons. Glad I didn't miss them. How is your mum feeling today? She is not feeling great, to be honest. Dad is feeling better. He's still very coughy and croaky, though. And they've given it to me. I can tell I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I shall be Bill. No. Carolyn says, stuffing takes longer than the whole project. Yes, it does. Carolyn, was it you that asked in the comments how long they take to make, even though you've already got too much stuff to do? I'd love to be able to answer all the comments fully, but I just don't have time. Oh, what is it up with this eyelash? Okay, more stuffing. Okay. Rachel then says, my husband bought an overlocker for Christmas. Overlooked for Christmas. He said I wasn't allowed to get mad because of how much he spent. I really did just want one step up, but he thinks, but I think he went the whole staircase. Overlocker up, and she says we're getting every other word. Total stop here. Oh no, it's not died again, has it? Doesn't say it's died on my end. God, I've been going for 2 hours. Wow. There was me thinking this would take me like half an hour, and then I'd have been sewing dresses by now. Oh, I think it's died for you guys because it's dropping off. Oh no, Marie says it's good on her end. Nikki says it's okay. Right, I've got to try and get some stuffing into legs now. Let's start with a little bit. Deanna says you're fine on my end. Oh, that's good. We haven't had this much problem with the internet for a while, have we? Since Idle Rocks. Shelly K says good for me too. That's good. Trying to stuff a leg. Hello. Might need to get pencil out again. Oh dear, all the stages these poor little dragons go through. Eliza says, I miss a few words, but I thought it was just my yucky internet. I think it might be my yucky internet as well. We have some toes. Lip and just lost the patient that I was working on. Oh no! Julie says I'll go watch the rest of the movie. Carolyn says if you leave the belly open for stuffing, you can always add a belly button or decorative battle scar. Oh yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Rachel then says, okay, I must have been me this time. I re-uploaded and you're good. Oh, that's good. Johanna says, I closed all the other apps on my iPad and now things seem fine. We are hemorrhaging people though. We went from 120 and we're down to 86. Not that there's anything, you know, like, but just I wonder if everyone's got annoyed with it being so patchy again. We have a little foot. Little stuffed foot. Sal says the only appropriate time to tell Sean to get stuffed. Eliza says great idea to Carolyn. And Sal says, and Sal, Carolyn's laughing at Sal. Right, just stuffing the upper leg now. They're gonna be so cute. Kathy says, phew, just booted the computer and it actually saved my note. Oh, good. I hope this is entertaining TV for you guys. Oh, he's gonna be so cute. Right, let's get the other leg done. So we need a little bit for the toe. Eliza says, sorry if I missed it, but how did you get the stuffing into the end of the tail? It had to be a task. Yeah, you guys were really helpful. The useful thing was a pencil with an eraser on the end. Diane says, help, I'm finally feeling better. Found out it wasn't COVID, just plain old bronchitis. Oh, you poor thing. Hello, it says, not help. Diana. Yeah, I'm really worried that mine's going to turn into bronchitis because it usually does. Never mind. Never mind. It will be fine. Right, so just going to get my stuffing right to the end of his second back toe. Alison says, you dropped out on my end, but you're back now. That's good. Yeah, we're back up to 102. 102 peeps. Right. Clearly, the whole thing with this is little bits at a time. I'm glad it, well, that means it's not me. It makes a change. Usually it's me with the shockingly bad. Oh gosh, we just lost 20 people. Wow, it's all going very strange today, isn't it? Okay, and just get that stuffing into his little foot. Yeah, the pencil trick, you guys. Or chop. I mean, I don't have any chopsticks. Mum and Dad aren't really much fans of well, Dad is, but Mum's not really a fan of Chinese food, so we very rarely have it. And all my chopsticks are away, unfortunately, packed up with all the rest of my kitchen stuff. Okay. Get these little legs stuffed. Marie says, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Marie. Yes. 105 of us at the moment and 60 likes. I have a feeling that I'm just going to be stuffing dragons for the rest of this live stream, aren't I? I thought I'd be sewing dresses. Natalie says, I've got you on my phone and on my TV playing simultaneously since I'm moving around the house. Do I count as 2 viewers? Lol, you do. But that's totally fine. Laurel says, good morning. All time for a breakfast and tea panettone. And I need to do a bit of hand stitching to make an invisible zip actually invisible. You can do it. And silly eyelashes being silly still. Johanna says, ask for an extra pair of chopsticks next time you get to take out. I shall. I shall indeed. Janie's Nail says, have you always lived with your parents? I'm a newbie subby. I moved back into my parents' house 8 years ago now. 7. It'll be 8 years in March. I lived in London beforehand, and when I started my own business, London rent, when you go from a really high salary to a really low salary, is painful. And Mum and Dad's house was empty, so I came and lived in their house, and then they moved back to the island, which was very nice. And they built me a house in the back garden of their last house. But unfortunately, the back garden was very, very steep, so it didn't work for my dad, who turned 70 the other day. And so we moved here, which is much, much flatter, so much better for Dad. Gin and Pin says, my favourites are from Nudo Sushi. Not too long to poke and useful little block on the blunt end. Oh, nice. Carol's here from Good Morning from New York City. Good morning. Joanna says, Laurel, I usually do that as well. Can't follow the chat as well on the TV. I've got to try and work out what's going on with this eyelash. Sorry, I'm using, there it is. Got it. It had come loose, but it was still kind of attached. And they kind of flutter when they do that. And it's very irritating. And I got it now. So now he's got 2 little stuffed back legs. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to film that for the vlog. That's too funny. Just need to lower the camera a little bit though. There we go. I'm currently stuffing dragons for the live hangout, which is going on right there. And we've got a head and we've got the back of the body stuffed, but I'm sorry, that probably shouldn't amuse me as much as it does, but that really does amuse me. That's very funny. We're having serious internet problems as well with the live hangout today as well. It's not going well. Not going well at all, is it? Right. Sal says, hello, vlog from the past. I'm slightly worried that I've overstuffed the tail because it feels a little solid. But like I say, I am sewing on the tail spike. We're getting there. We are getting there. Slowly, very slowly. Kathy says to Eliza, nurse practitioner, only seeing patients in hospitals. Oh, sorry, Eliza says, good for you, Kathy. What do you do for a living that you are writing patient notes? Where did I get to? Angela says, whenever it freezes, I just refresh my page and it reverts back to normal. I wonder if it's the internet my side that's just being pants. Jen Pin says, big year next year. Mum will be 80, sister and sister-in-law both 50. I double checked. And nieces will be 16 and 18. Wow, that's lots of significant birthdays all in 1 year, isn't it? Crockett TP says, good morning. Jaylee's Nail says, I love your mum's advent calendar. Wish I could buy it here in France. Yeah, we are definitely recommending the grand advent calendar from Hotel Chocolat. I was reading the reviews on it. I was saying to mum this morning, there was a couple, I think there was like out of a couple of thousand, there was a few star reviews. And I read one of them because I'm always like interested in that kind of thing. And they'd complained, because they bought it last year, and they complained that they'd ended up with so much chocolate. They'd wanted to try the different products from Hotel Chocolat, and all they ended up with was just a giant pile of chocolates. And it was like, because they do, mum got a lip balm today, and they do candles and the alcohol, and I think they do a few like coffees and things like that. But like advent calendars, at least to me, are chocolate, you know, like that's what I mean. I know I've bought Dad like different ones, but I wouldn't be surprised with the Hotel Chocolat advent calendar to end up with a lot of chocolate. That would be what I would think was coming. And I just thought it was hilarious that these people had bought this thing and then left it a 1-star review for having too much chocolate in it. It was like, really? Right, I'm a bit worried. I've made his tail like totally rigid, and then his body's not quite so rigid. So let's just stuff a little bit more in here. Okay. That's better. He's a little bit more solid back there now. Although there's a definite kind of line from where his tail and his body meet. Natalie says, lured my overlord away from my sewing chair by cleaning the litter box. You can't resist using a fresh box, lol. Now I can sew. Yeah, Chian is exactly the same. She's like, oh, you cleaned it for me. Let me christen it for you. Like, Crockett TP says, good morning. Eliza says, I wonder if it would be possible to add lavender or another calming herb inside. Yeah, we were talking about this. Like, you want to, like, if you were doing one of those ones that you'd want to microwave to make it warm, so like stuffing it with barley or rice or something could be really fun. And you could definitely add some like pretty herbs or some nice smelling herbs to those, definitely. Olivia says, good morning from Iowa. Good morning, Olivia. Karen says, I have to load another video, then come back. Just refreshing doesn't seem to work. Oh, I'm sorry it's being so problematic today, peeps. Eliza says, same here to Kathy. I'm not practicing clinically now, teaching at the university. Much easier on the legs, but harder on the nerves. You can do it. Olivia says, 70 likes, give a thumbs up. We're up to 73 now. Leslie's here. Good afternoon from Grace Sunday in Birmingham. Good afternoon. Rachel Lynn says, rigid tail, huh? That's what she said. I was desperately trying to not make any rude comments about this. Yeah. But I've got to sew a spike onto that. God. You'll be fine. Diana says, have you ever had a project sitting on your sewing table that you're so tired of but still so far to go? I'm not letting myself start anything else until it's finished. I have a camisole. Diana says, just wanted to sew. Oh, the internet's dying again. Oh, and it's back. That was my fault that time, guys. Diana says, just wanted to sew projects from my new book, The Jenny Rushmore of Cashmerette. Oh, lovely. Which one are you making? Oh, that's, you just want to get to that, but you're making yourself finish the one on your table first. That's probably a good idea. Christine says, bonjour, Sean and Peeps. How are you guys doing? Very well, thank you, Christine. Although apparently we've got some sketchy internet going on today, which is sad. Laurel says, oh no, don't ever make gifts perfumey unless you know for certain the recipient has no allergies or sensitivities. That's a very good point. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have done these as microwavable dragons for the girls. That's why I'm stuffing them with like properly approved toy stuffing rather than just a pillow. I'm sure the pillow would have been fine, but I didn't want this to like have any kind of like bad bits on it. So yeah. Gig Racer says, hello Peeps. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Just finished work and arrived home just after midnight here. Oh, good night. Hope you had a good day good evening at work. Eliza says, good point to Laurel about not using perfumed things for people unless you know for sure that they've not got allergies. This thing is amazing. So the stuffing up to the legs and then stuffing the back legs worked well for me. Gig Racer says, Sean, have you seen the McCall's 8009 romper pattern that's on sale? Gorgeous sleeves, V-neck, midriff band, and floaty gathered trousers. Think you'd like it, that style? I've done a sew-along for it. Already done a sew-along for it, and yes, I do like it very much. Gig Racer also says, how goes the shoulder dragon stuffing? Slow. Way slower than I thought it was going to. I've been at it for like 45 minutes, I think. But we're getting there. We are getting there. I'm going to keep brushing off all the pink fluff. Getting there slowly but surely. It's way more comfortable to do it in my lap as well than to do it on the desk. So it probably looks really dodgy because you can't really see what I'm doing. I've just got my hands down here. No. Yeah. Okie dokie. Just more and more stuffing. Definitely not got enough time for it this year. Getting all the pink fluff off of the thing as well. You've all gone quiet again. I don't know if it's because the internet's died or if you've just got nothing to say. because all I'm doing is stuffing dragons. Actually, I've not made the 8009 with the long sleeves. I do like the sleeves with that come with that pattern, but I haven't made it with the sleeves. I made it in the summer out of a blue and white leafy print, surprisingly. So yeah, I've not made it with the longer sleeves on it because I'm not sure that I would wear it with the longer sleeves, thinking about it. I do kind of feel that long sleeves and like either maxi, I mean, I know it's a jumpsuit, so trousers on the bottom, but I always feel long sleeves plus long bottom half kind of looks a bit formal. I don't know why. Maybe I ought to try it. Laura says, can't type, hands full of breakfast. 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 Well, these are much easier to do because they're closer to the front. So that's good. Rachel Lynn says, I think we've just gone quiet. Yeah, that's good. It's usually that's fine, but it's just with the way that today's internet's going, it's like, oh God, is it me? Jaylee's Nails says, what are your fave indie patterns? Any plus size? They are mostly the ones I can use. I would say indie patterns I've sewn the most, By Hand London, and I have a lot of indie patterns. I just don't really sew with them. That's what I'm going to do for my Make 9 challenge for next year. Is I was thinking about doing like a deer and doe challenge, because I was thinking, I mean, I've got about 11 deer and doe patterns that I haven't used yet, and I want to. So I was thinking that could be quite a good challenge. Cashmerette though for plus size. But yeah, I think I need to challenge myself next year to try and use more indies, because I have so many of them, but I tend to go for the big four. Okay. Gig Racer says, had some sound problems and had to exit and re-enter the chat. What is going on with it today? Sarah says, hello, lovely. I love chocolates. When I saw you Vlogmas giving your parents chocolates, I had to purchase. They are, yes, they really are. Crockett TP says, the sound is going in and out. Weird. Diana says, Cashmere specializes in plus sizes. Yes. I haven't sewn with any cashmere patterns though. I really want to. They've done some amazing ones. Is it the Roscoe? Wrap dress of Roscoe? I like that one a lot. Natalie says, I forgot to change my machine settings from zigzag to straight stitch, even though I changed my foot. I had to pry the bent needle out of the machine. I'm a silly goose. Oh no. Debbie says, I have a free pattern to choose from Sew Direct for my subscription. I'm getting a Vogue 24 or 26. If so, with the Peeps, I'm a Vogue 24 or 26. If so, if the Peeps or your good self have a favourite, I would love to hear them. I love the Vogue 9345. I don't know what size range that goes up to though. The 8972, but as a stretch pattern rather than a woven, is amazing. Yeah, Sarah says, I'm born in the Christmas week, so normally just get lots of chocolates for my birthday. Just divine. Lovely. Johanna says, Cashmerette is good if you're busty. Gig Racer says to Crockett TP, I had the same problem, had to exit and re-enter the chat to fix it. I'm glad that it's working out for you. Kim says, one pair of jeans done, just unpicking the original hem of the second pair now. Nightmare to unpick. They have been triple stitched and black thread on black jeans. Oh, wow. Are you not doing the trick where you keep the jean original hem in place and turn it up and then sew the new, you know, turn up however much you want and sew that just underneath the hem to the new bit and then trim that? Saves you unpicking. Sarah says, I love what you're wearing. Thank you. Vogue 8972. Love this. Oh, I don't know if that might be on Sew Direct. It's definitely not on Something Delightful anymore. Gig Racer says, can vouch for cashmere as fellow very busty plus size. Crockett TP says, oh, okay, just left and re-entered and now it's better. That's good. Nimoy says, I'm supposed to trace Dad's cardigan Christmas gift, but tracing means backache and I already have one thanks to Shark Week. But I am typing and you're not frozen. That's good. But no backache. Nimoy, that's not good. Johanna says, Mum, Muna and Broad have a boxier style, but will grade their patterns to any size if the size range is too small. Oh, that's cool. Rachel Lynn says, they're now going back and redoing the sizes for the larger size range. They are going to go down to a size 0. They are going down to a size 0 now. That's very cool. Yeah, I think they ought to. I think all pattern companies really ought to have a full size range from the very small right through to the plus sizes as well, because that's something that gets forgotten a lot. Is that there are a lot of girls out there that as well don't fit into the smaller size bundles as well. But I mean, I appreciate that the plus size has been more of an issue as well. Like limited size ranging is just not acceptable anymore. There is no excuse for it. Debbie says, for my fellow plus size peeps, I will always advise to look out for the Gertie Patreon new pattern for $8 a month. It goes up to a size 30. It's brilliant. Yes, I've got to make some. This is what I mean. I keep getting all of these indie patterns because I'm a Gertie patron as well. And I keep buying all of these indie patterns, but I just don't make them. And it's not because they're not good. It's just I really enjoy McCall's and Vogue and occasionally Butterick. So I really need to start making, sew over it. I suppose I make quite a lot of sew over it clothes as well. But I do need to start making some of my other indie patterns up. We've got 2 little front legs. Little headless monstrosity, but he fits on the shoulder. So much pink fluff. I mean, he has got a pink mane, so, you know, it's not really that surprising that he's covered in pink fluff. Sarah says, loving your Vlogmas channel. So much fun. Oh, thank you. Eliza says, wanted to thank you for doing Vlogmas, Shan. Love watching you with Mum and Dad daily. Not many people seem to be doing Vlogmas this year. Well, I don't know. There's quite a few, don't you think? Ali Stitchy Fingers says, my name is Ali. It's my business name. That's Ali Stitchy Fingers. I'm cutting out the Stanton hoodie and Belmont leggings from Cashmerette. Very nice. Jenny says to Sarah, I'm a Christmas week baby too. When's your birthday? Mine's the 21st. Eliza says, love notions patterns are easy to make, come up in large size range. and have cup size options. Also, they have a $5 Friday pattern special. Nice. Kim says, I did try that once, but didn't like the look. Prefer to do normal way, as I think it gives a neater finish. Ooh, what are you talking about, Kim? Did I miss? Sarah says, I'm born in on the 19th to Jenny Lee. I do get two presents. Nice. Carol says, looking forward to cashmere at smaller sizes, as their calculator says I should start with the size 2G bust. Yeah, it's really nice when pattern companies do the full bust adjustments for you. I know it's a lot of work to cover every size, but it is so nice that it's already done. Laurel says, oh dear, the sound's mostly gone, but the video feed is fine. Going to log off and rejoin. Oh gosh. Sal says, another Christmas week baby here on the 17th. That's the same day as Big Bird. Eliza says, lost the stream. Jenny Lee says to Sarah, yeah. Sarah says, oh my gosh, that's so cute. What pattern is it? Wonder if my grandson would love this. And Kim says, hems on jean. Ah, yes, thank you. Yes. Yes, and now I know. Yes. I've never tried that method, Kim, so it's good to know that it's it doesn't look as nice as what you're doing, because that would have been how I would have probably have tried it for the first time. Thank you for reminding me. This is the BZ Arts Shoulder Dragon 8175 from Simplicity, but BZ Arts do have the PDF pattern if you can't find the printed one. And yeah. Caroline says, fine on a tablet, but not on the PC. Weird. That's weird. But my voice is giving out. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to get this little dragon finished, and then I might call it a day for today because my voice is dying. I am very aware that I'm going to be ill tomorrow. Diana says, I have to go. The family just returned. Have a good day. But I'm already halfway done the leg. Might take. Sarah says, thank you. You're welcome, Sarah. She was asking, Sarah wanted to know what pattern this was. Apparently there's already a sew along for it. So what I might do, because I know you guys were asking for a sew along, so what I might do is I might do like a sort of Sunday hangout where we sew a dragon together, rather than do like a sew along video for it, because I'll have a look at one that's already out there. But I mean, the pattern was really well written and I wouldn't have changed anything. So it probably doesn't need my 2 pence worth of putting this together. But I know you guys really wanted like a sew along, so we could do like an afternoon let's sew together kind of dealio. I mean, I'll finish filming it because I've got this far now. But I will have a look at the other sew along and just see, because really don't need two at the same, do we? Nimoy says, definitely go easy on yourself. No need to make the cold worse. Yeah. Jin and Pin says, okay, next week I will be packing my suitcase whilst listening to you. Exciting. Caroline says, maybe the wobbly internet is dropping you the hint to rest your voice. Yeah. Alison says, Sean, is there any chance that you can do a sew along for the McCall shirt dress for lining the bodice? I would like to make this dress for summer. Yes, but it won't be till next year, and it might not be till later on in the year, which won't work for your summer with it, because you're in Australia, obviously. Yes, it is planned, but it's going to be with a lightweight cotton lawn that's sheer, which is why it needs to be lined. So yes, but probably not in time for your summer, I'm afraid. I'm just trying to think. Mind you, I have got cotton, the Cobra corsage cotton lawn up there. That I've got that in the Chantilly base, and I want to make a shirt dress out of that. So actually, maybe at Alison, yeah, quite possibly. Because Cobra corsage is going to be the next one that I do. because the Patreon peeps have spoken, basically. So yes, Rachel Lynn says she should still put it up. It's nice to see how different people. True, but I am just following their instructions. So, because usually with my sew-alongs, I kind of go off-piste a little bit. But this one was really well written. Sal says, tell Big Bird to look up celebs that are on the 17th as well, like Mila Jovovich and Sarah Paulson. Eliza says, I would love a Sunday Dragon sew-along. Yeah, I think what I'll do, because I have filmed this all, so I will finish it and I'll finish the sew-along and see how it's come out. Getting there. And then I think we could do like in January, we could do a Sunday where we sit and sew together. Claire says, thanks for the hangout and the knitting pattern advice. Hope you're soon feeling better. Thank you, Claire. Sarah says, Sean, get well soon and keep yourself warm and plenty warm drinks, alcohol. Gig Grace says, oh no, you've got the dreaded lurgy. Hope all three of you are feeling better soon. Yeah, I've woken up this morning and it's not here yet, but it's coming. It's definitely coming. Although if this is it, this is a very mild version of Papa's. Gin and Pin says, my brother's birthday is the 27th and I'm giving him some tins of spam again this year. Sibling joke. Nice. Right. So I've just got his little neck left to stuff now. I think I maybe have overstuffed his tail, but never mind. I keep calling him a him. You can never really tell with lizards, can you? So much pink fluff. So much pink fluff. Yeah, the tail's a bit misshapen, but never mind. I'm going to put a tail spike on that. It'll be fine. Alison says, that would be great. I'm making the McCall 6563 out of the pink Cobra corsage that I have ordered. Take some zinc. That will help your immune system. Does the Isle of Wight have any special Christmas celebration or lights? I would love to see that on Vlogmas. We have some. The place that we're living has some kind of Christmas street lights and stuff. Ventnor used to do Ventnorville every year, like Whoville, but obviously with everything that's going on, people are trying to be a little bit more cautious and not kind of congregate in larger groups. So we don't have like I don't think we have a light ceremony, light turning on ceremony, but if we do, I've definitely missed it. But I probably wouldn't have gone to it anyway, just because of what's going on at the moment. Trying to get all the fluff off of him. He kind of looks like a dinosaur. This one's for the younger of the two, Lyra and Thea. Thea is the one that's obsessed with Frozen. Definitely need to lint roller this little guy as well, because not only is the pink fluff shedding everywhere, the corduroy is as well. Nimue says sometimes you can massage stuffing into place, more equal distribution once it's all sewn shut. Yeah, I think I might have just overstuffed and really like compacted the stuff in the tail, but never mind. Like I say, I've got to sew a tail spike onto that, so that might not be the worst thing. Let's see. Olivia says, my granddaughter and my birthday is on the 23rd. I can honestly say it means so much to receive birthday presents wrapped up in birthday versus Christmas paper. Yeah, and Sal says, Sean beheads dragon live on stream. I'm going to rehead a dragon. Yeah, I think I've told you this, guys, many times before, but my granny's birthday was Christmas Day. And so it was Bunmas. Her nickname was Bun. And it was Bunmas in the morning, as Mum reminded me. And so there was birthday cake, there were birthday presents, there were birthday cards, all morning. Morning was Bunmas. And then we'd have lunch. And then it was Christmas in the afternoon. So James and I were allowed to open our stockings in the morning. But that was it. And then we had to wait for Christmas presents till after lunch, which is very unlike what we do now. I'm going to just move this a little bit. Because now we do stockings and then we kind of do Christmas presents. And then we do cooking. But yeah, it's a very different way around to how we do it all now. Nimoy says, one theory about where the idea of dragons came from is early people finding dinosaur fossils. So it's fitting that she looks like a dino. Yeah. I'm really not looking forward to sewing the head on. But, oh, it does look like a dinosaur, doesn't it? Kind of looks like a little stegosaurus. He's going to be very cute. Very cute indeed. Little shoulder dragons. So, I'm going to bottle it and not actually do this live on camera with you guys because I am feeling like pants. My throat is killing me. I need a hot drink. And yeah, I don't want to do this live on camera because I know it's going to be annoying and I'm going to want to swear. So I would like to be able to swear. So I'm going to just machine dragon. Okay. Yeah. Right. So let's catch up with the chat. Where did we get to? Alison says, what are you cooking for Christmas Day? I am doing Wilson and I a giant roast chicken covered in bacon with cauliflower and broccoli cheese and a kind of onion jus, I think. Yeah. Rachel Lynn says, I adore him. Yeah, he's going to be so cute. Debbie says, Sean Khaleesi Singleton, mother of cute dragons. I like that. I'm going to take that. Thank you. Sarah says, it's amazing. Well done. Ciao for now. Rachel Lynn says, feel better. Hugs feel better. Hugs and feel better. Thank you. Kathy says, so cute. Olivia says, I hope you feel better soon, Sean. Thank you. Alison says, good night, Sean. Please give Chiana a cuddle from me. Binks sends special healing purrs and headbutts. Thank you, Alison and Binks. Caroline says, he already does look cute. Go take care of yourself. Big virtual hug. See you next weekend then. Feel better. Thank you. Laurel says, the dragon looks super cute. Eliza says, feel better, Sean. Relax a little today. Enjoy some snuggle time with Chiana. Nimue says, fab yourself and hope it doesn't get too bad. The dragon is coming together so cute. Gracer says, the first dragon is looking great. Enjoy your rents. So fest and feel better. Sal says, good night from Australia. And the internet died. Definitely time to, the internet just died. So definitely time to call it a night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. Thank you for listening to me moan and helping me stuff my dragon. Nearly 3 hours. I thought I would get both of them finished by now. Wow. So yeah, I will see you on the 19th. I'll see you next Sunday, whenever that is, for the final hangout of the year. Bring your party hats. So I shall see you all very soon. Bye.